Welcome back, everybody. You know, one thing I really like is when you go to a restaurant like Red Lobster and they offer these seafood platters, in particular, shrimp platters. Shrimp 2 ways on the Blackstone air fryer combo. And continuing with my newest method, trying to do things with the least amount of shots possible. We have some breaded jumbo shrimp right here. Gonna grab one of my Blackstone air fryer baskets. Gonna dump that shrimp straight in there just like that. And we're gonna spray that down with some olive oil. I could have used Blackstone's cooking spray, but I ran out a while ago. So I have some olive oil spray. Into the Blackstone air fryer combo on high. Straight back over here to my prep table. I moved a few things around. It's been around 3 minutes right now. I have some flat leaf parsley that I washed. We're gonna chop that up. Should be enough right there. Got a little more fine. There we go. And I'm gonna slice a lemon in half. We'll use that later. Other ingredients that we're gonna use later on, folks. I have some kosher salt and black pepper. I have some fine sea salt that we're gonna use somewhere else. I have some of my stir-in garlic paste. I have some jumbo shrimp. This happens to be pre-cooked shrimp. How do we know that it's pre-cooked? Because it has that gorgeous pink peach color. If it was raw, it would be gray and unsightly. So I use them both. This is what I happen to have in our freezer during this national pandemic. Also have some white wine. We're going to be doing a scampi recipe today. Now, I don't even drink alcohol, but I made a bunch of scampi in my day. Generally, you want to do some type of a Chardonnay. That's what all the cooking books told me back in the day. But this is what I had down in the pantry. I bought this for some recipes several years ago, and this was one that was left over. It's a Kirkland Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. There we go. Did I pronounce that right? What else do we have going on here, folks? We have some butter. Here's a good tip for you, too. Using black pepper later as a seasoning. A great culinary trick is to try white pepper. You know, back in the day when I worked at restaurants, they would often use white pepper as an ingredient in recipes because sometimes, a good example would be my mother-in-law. She's not a huge black pepper fan, but she likes the taste of black pepper when it's in a recipe. So you slide a little white pepper in there if you have some folks that, you know, might just see that black pepper and say, I don't want to eat that, but you know they're going to like that flavor anyways. Why not try some white pepper? Sometimes we'll use that in a pico de gallo instead of black pepper, but me personally, I'll go with black pepper because I just like that color. Let's see, what else do we have going on over here, folks? Later on, we're going to be using a little horseradish. I recommend the fresh horseradish. So to be super fresh, it's got to be the refrigerated stuff. You can buy this in the store on the shelf, and I suppose that's better than nothing, but you want to get the refrigerated horseradish because when you make cocktail sauce, you can buy a pre-made cocktail sauce, but I don't think it's very good at all. So horseradish with ketchup, and of course, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, born and raised in Pittsburgh, so I have to go Heinz right there. Shout out to everybody that's addicted to Duke mayonnaise, but I'm not originally from down there in Duke land, so I'll eat any kind of mayo, including Duke's, but for me, it's gotta be Heinz ketchup. It's been about 6.5 minutes since we put the shrimp in the air fryer combo. Now that I moved over here, probably closer to 7 minutes, I can start to hear the sizzle. And meanwhile, up here on the griddle top, I have a cast iron skillet and one of the Blackstone sauce cups with some melted butter. But at about the 7.5, 8 minute mark, those shrimp look delicious. So I'm gonna take those and combine them into one basket. like that. Because I have Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits going in down here. Up here on the griddle top, I have olive oil. For the sake of time today, we're using my stir-in garlic paste that you know I love so much. Go ahead and use fresh garlic. If I wasn't doing a video, I probably would use fresh garlic. That shrimp. And now we just do a little bit of this, folks. Again, these are pre-cooked shrimp. But we do want to get nice color on those shrimp. We want to bring them up to a nice temperature. Use some of that kosher salt right there, coarse kosher salt. That or not, folks, I'm going to pull the butter out of the skillet here, like so. There's the skillet right over there. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to take the shrimp right here and put it down in my cast iron skillet. Now, I've done this in the past without a skillet, but the problem is you lose a lot of that delicious juice that we're trying to build. So I'm going to grab that butter. I'm going to pour that right in there. Oh my goodness, look at that butter, folks. Look at that butter, garlic, salt, and shrimp. Now is the time for that black pepper that we talked about earlier. Just a little bit of that black pepper. Some of that white wine that we just talked about. And a spoon. Grab my little mitt here. There we go. Look at that, folks. I'm going to bring that back up to a simmer, which should just take a few seconds. I'm not going to waste time. If I was not filming a video, I would do this at the very end, but since I don't want to waste time here, I want to make sure I don't forget anything. I'm going to throw some of that parsley in there right now. And squeeze some of that lemon juice in there as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. Real time here, folks. Let me look at the timer. We are, I don't know if you can see that or not, we're at about 13 minutes right now. Probably can't see that. 13 minutes since we put the shrimp in down below. Of course, I had to make a few cuts to move the tripod, so the video isn't going to show an exact 13 minutes. I put a little extra piece of butter in here off camera, and now I have the herb blend. That is the seasoning that comes with the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. You can buy that at Costco and Sam's Club. Put that right in there like that, folks. I'm gonna use my knife to stir that around because I can. And immediately move the camera over here to Scampi World. Check that out. Let's grab a spoon over here. That scampi is done, folks. It's not burning up because we're not under a direct flame. That is just ready to be eaten, and it is going to be good. We're at 18 minutes after we put the breaded shrimp in the air fryer basket. They look perfect. Move that over here. Hopefully you can see that. Let me grab some tongs over here. Some of the Blackstone griddle scraper tongs. Oh, folks, I wish you could see this. I wish you could see this. You know what? Maybe I should say I wish you could smell this. I think you can see that. Can you see that, folks? Oh my goodness. All right, so that cocktail sauce that I talked about earlier, there is the ketchup right there. I'm gonna move that partially out of the way. There's the ketchup, and here's our fresh horseradish. Watch this, I'm gonna dump it right in there. Folks, the more horseradish, the stronger it's gonna be. I like middle of the road. I don't like it to kill people, but I like a bold taste. So let's mix that up because we want a little fresh cocktail sauce. A little lemon in there too. No one's gonna get mad. Look at that. A little lemon in there. Let's see if we can find room for this on the platter. We're running out of space, folks. Let's see, can I do that? Or will it work or not? Yeah, that's not bad. I'll tell you what I could do. Let's move this aside over here. Reach down here. This is something I didn't tell you about earlier, folks. There we go. I know I mentioned it briefly, but that's those Cheddar Bay biscuits right there. Let me grab my Blackstone glove. Gonna reach in there and pull out that tray. Oh, there we go. Cheddar Bay biscuits straight down on the tabletop. Got another batch going over there. And now I should be able to grab that glove again because I took it off for some reason. Grab that butter. Put it right here. Time to butter. That was hot. Time to butter my biscuits. Right there. Cheddar Bay biscuits, folks. I hope you like this style of video. This is so much more fun to do. Look at those buttered Cheddar Bay biscuits. And let us not forget about that scampi, folks. There is that shrimp scampi, folks. I can smell the butter, the garlic, and that white wine. Right there. Right there, folks. Oh my goodness, that smells out of this world. A little more of that juice on top. Look at that. Dip a biscuit in that later. Let's see, a little more of that kosher salt just on top of those shrimp, folks. Let's lay a few of those biscuits out on that platter. By the way, folks, I use the parchment paper, the paper that's made for use with the press and sear hamburger tool down on underneath the biscuits. So let's lay these out so we can get a pretty picture. Take a look at that. I don't know where to start. This is the real deal. 20 minutes start to finish. This looks better than anything I've ever got at Red Lobster. Let's go with that scampi first. Dip that shrimp into that juice. I gotta take one of those Cheddar Bay biscuits and dip it in there as well. I just hope that the camera is picking this up because everything here looks and smells mesmerizing. Get that there, that juice right there. Oh yeah, right there. I'm gonna take a bite of that off camera. Oh my goodness. Keep that video rolling. Take some of that shrimp. Let's see right here. Into that cocktail sauce. Oh, folks. Here I go. Another bite off camera. Absolutely no exaggeration here, folks. I really hope the camera captures this. This tastes as good or better than anything I've ever made on the Blackstone griddle. I mean, this is number one. I'd say I've done 600 videos on YouTube. I'm gonna put this top 3 as far as how beautiful everything looked and how beautiful it tasted. So thanks for watching, everybody. Look down here. I got another batch of the Cheddar Bay biscuits just waiting to be buttered. Hopefully you can see this, folks. Oh my goodness. But I really do appreciate you watching, folks. Hope you like the new style of video. I am not exaggerating. This is one of the best things I have ever made in my life, especially on the Blackstone griddle. So until next time, folks, there's my butter right over there. Until next time, folks, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord and pass the shrimp.